Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Look at your mic. It just says you're screaming right now.
Channel.
Okay, sis, down. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be reading Reddit stories. I hope you guys enjoyed our last video. Oh, we didn't even say, I hope you guys enjoyed our first video and the second video. Now we don't even know if you guys enjoyed it, but I mean, people are watching, so thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I didn't think people were gonna watch, but thank you so much.
To the 150 people that are watching, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing watching us? Who actually watches us right now? Today we'll be reading some Reddit stories. And Kevin picked today's topic, which is
sports.
So yeah, we're going to be talking about sports today. I forgot to mention in the first episode that when we give our opinions that, take our opinions with a grain of salt. We all have different opinions, like everyone's opinions are welcome. And you guys are welcome to write your comments about what do you guys think about our stories.
Yeah, what she said.
Do you even want to do this?
I do.
I feel like in the first episode you looked miserable. Can you tell them how much you enjoyed it?
I'm held against my will here.
Huh?
I'm held against my will. If I don't do this, I don't get fed.
Yeah, I was editing it, and it really looks like he's not enjoying himself, so don't think that I'm forcing him.
But I love it. I want to be here more than she does.
Okay, chill. But yeah, it looks like I forced him to do this with me, but
I want to be here.
Yeah, he actually enjoys it. He just looks miserable.
I always look miserable.
You're right. Are you ready?
We're ready.
So, story numero uno. Am I the asshole for not allowing my son... Okay, wait, I forgot to say also.
There we go.
I forgot to say that I was reading so fast in that first episode. I don't know, I felt like it was either I was reading too fast. I mean, too slow or too fast. I didn't realize I was reading too fast. I think I just talk fast too. So I'm gonna read normal, okay? Okay. Am I the asshole for not allowing my son to play sports after he reaches high school and also telling my wife she is wrong? I am a 48-year-old dad to two boys, Daniel, 15, and George, 12. Daniel is almost a carbon copy of me. He looks like me and he shares many of my interests, nerdy types of things. My other son, George, is very much the opposite. Even when he was younger, he never had any interest in any of those things. He always liked sports. It comes from my brother, who at one point lived with us when George was young. He introduced George to sports. This led him to eventually beg my wife and I to let him play. We were hesitant, but we eventually enrolled him into baseball. He loved it. I'll be honest, I don't really care for it, or any sports for that matter. Growing up, I was the black sheep and had no interest in sports. Sadly, now that my son is 12, I see a lot of the jock types that used to mess with me. He has the exact same attitude, and it honestly bothers me. He also bullies his older brother. Things like turning off his computer while he's playing, or taking his food and eating it. He's 3 years younger, by the way. Anyways, my son recently told his mom and I that he really wants to go to a different high school because they have a good baseball program and football program. I told him that was out of the question. For one, he's not allowed to play football at all. It's way too dangerous. I also told him he will be going to the same private school as his brother, and he will not be allowed to play anymore. I told him he is going to put all his focus on school, and if he wants to join other activities like theater or music, I will support that. But sports are a no-no. He obviously got very pissy. He began to curse me out, which I told him was unacceptable. He said, "F you," and stormed off. I grounded him and he said he was to quit baseball immediately and I will be taking his phone. To my surprise, my wife intervened and said I wouldn't be taking his phone, nor will I stop him from finishing the season. Later that night, George told me him and his mom had already agreed to him going to another school and that his mom would drive him to and from. I was so heated. I told my wife she was undermining my parenting instincts. I said sports are a waste of time and I won't support him for the rest of his life because he chose sports over an education. My wife called me an asshole and said that I had no right to act the way I did, but I feel like my son disrespecting and cursing at me was worse. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Dude, this guy,
Got ripped into in the comments?
I don't remember the comments, but no, he is the asshole. It's like voted asshole.
Just because he wants his kid to grow up like him.
Yeah.
A loser. Sorry. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
Sorry guys, we changed camera because my freaking camera died. Opinions, thoughts. What?
What a loser.
Stop fucking screaming, my guy.
What a loser.
Yeah. I think he feels that way because he probably feels triggered.
Well, yeah, he said that himself. Well, didn't say specifically triggered. He said he got bullied.
Yeah.
Right?
So he sees his bullies in his kid. That's
yeah.
why he's trying to change
And then
him.
he's bullying his older brother.
Yeah.
So, like, he just wants to cut it off right there and then instead of teaching him the right and wrong thing for to do and just still let him pursue whatever he wants to pursue.
Yeah.
Like, you really want to do that to your kid? Just stopping sports.
Yeah.
He said if he wants to pursue music or theater,
Yeah.
okay, go off, Troy Bolton. Like, bro.
Not Troy
My
Bolton.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, Troy Bolton did do both. So he can do both.
Yeah. Not according to this dad.
Yeah,
He can only do theater and music.
That sucks. What do you think of the wife being like,
Period.
she made the decision that he will be going to another school?
I mean, the changing school is maybe like a bit of a reach in terms of like, you know, agreeing where your son goes to school.
Because he was saying it was either another school or like the same private school as his brother.
Yeah, but like there's sports in a private school too.
But he was saying that this other school had better.
No, for sure.
But like,
For sure.
who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If it's just him wanting to play sports, then like I feel like he shouldn't care where he plays.
Yeah.
Obviously, if the school isn't as good, then it kind of sucks to be on the losing team because no one ever wants to lose, right? Maybe he just wants to join a better team, but sometimes doing that makes you like not play because there's going to be other kids that are better than you, and then they're going to be...
If he stayed in that private school, you're saying?
If he does indeed go to the other school that he wants to go to, he'll go there, but then he won't play as much because it's like a more known school or whatever the situation is. And then he's not going to get the playing time that he wants to.
That he thinks he's going to have.
Yeah. Sometimes when it comes to sports, it's really like, it really depends on the environment itself more than you, right? Like you could be very good, but you're not that good in the coach's eyes or the trainer's eyes, whatever, right? And then you go to private school and then you're the best player there. And then you get recruited. All that good stuff. So when it comes to the school, I think the wife did him a bit dirty.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I feel like you're teaching your kid that's like,
it's okay
yeah,
to
it's you and me versus your dad. Not like me and your dad figuring it out for whatever's better for you.
Exactly. But doing what he did,
yeah,
I don't even know which one's worse at this point. I feel like it's him.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think he is.
But in terms of like parenting, like what the kid sees, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, but like you said, I feel like how he dealt with this situation is like garbage.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like he's just like, no, you're not doing this, period. You're not trying to explain to him like
why.
Yeah. But even if like, not that explaining why he shouldn't be playing sports, but more like change your attitude. Like it's not because of sports that you're like this. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's because you're
just being an ass.
Not teaching your kid the way they're supposed to be taught.
Just because you play sports doesn't mean you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like he's an asshole and he never played sports. He was in theater. I'm joking.
He's a theater kid.
He was into nerdy things. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Not that it's a problem, but like don't hate because your kid's doing something completely different. If your kid's an asshole, then he's an asshole because of his personality, not
That's
because he's
it.
playing freaking baseball.
And the fact that that kid like doesn't like theater and music as much as sports, then he's never gonna put all his effort in it, and he's never gonna be good. And then what?
Yeah, you're basically putting your kid into something just because you think they're gonna have a better personality.
I hope he goes into music and theater and he's an asshole there and bullies everyone on that team.
So basically stays the same,
Yeah.
but into
Yeah.
music and
It's
theater.
like, here, Dad, you wanted me to be here, right? All right, no
Yeah.
problem.
Top comment. You're the asshole for punishing your son for being different from you. You obviously have some sort of complex around sports and jocks, but you punishing your son for having interests that you don't value is the same asshole behavior you complain about experiencing.
Also, I wonder if his brother is an asshole.
If he was also a bully.
Other comments?
You're the asshole. Your son is your son, not the kids who bullied you when you were a child. You have power over not allowing him to bully your other son, but you're not doing yourself any favors by ostracizing your son and his love of sports, as though that makes him bad or mean he has no interest in an education. You can be sporty and intellectually curious at the same time. You are holding your past against your son instead of seeing the individuality of your son. You really ought to see a therapist about that. Yeah.
Tough.
You're the asshole. I don't like sports either, but sports are objectively less of a time sink than theater. And they actually have proven positive effects on mental well-being and academic performance. It's good for college applications and he loves it.
Period.
But yeah, that's the thing too. I feel like when you're in sports in school, like, don't they prioritize your school? Like your grades? Is that like everything? Like every level of sport? Or more?
More when you're higher level.
Ass crack. Any other thoughts?
No.
Just asshole?
Yeah, straight asshole.
Period.
No update?
Oh, I didn't even check. This was almost a year ago.
Dare you not check?
Nada.
Cause he's wrong.
No comments, nothing.
Sorry, I screamed into the mic again. Cause he's wrong.
Nothing. Literally nothing. Okay. Second story?
Second story.
Okay. Would I be the asshole if I withdrew my daughter from sports against my wife's wishes? My daughter, 15 female, is a competitive gymnast. Her team travels all over the country to compete. She is a sophomore in high school and wants to stop competing because her body hurts. She's at the gym 14 hours a week. She lacks the drive and passion for the sport, and she wants to do more high school things and concentrate on her studies. She's an honor roll and takes AP classes in sophomore year. My wife, 43 female, is against it because my daughter's season just started and she made a commitment to the team and she should see it through. We also spent $1,800 this summer on camps and sessions to help her get better. She thinks my daughter will become lazy and want to hang out with friends, and her chores and schoolwork will suffer. I, 43 male, understand my wife's point about the commitment to the team and the money. I also understand my daughter's point about being sore, as I used to be a weightlifter and wanting to be more active in high school. I am trying to find a middle ground, but I don't think it exists. My gut is to protect my daughter and withdraw her, but I know it will put me in the doghouse big time. I feel stuck between a rock and a hard place.
That's tough. The fact that she's on honor roll and she's in the gym 14 hours a week, plus school and all
And
that.
she wants to stop because she wants to concentrate on school.
It's crazy. Yo, whatever the kid wants. I mean, she just started the season.
Yeah.
Okay, like it's not the first season. She's been doing this. It's better to quit right at the beginning than in the middle.
I remember you telling me that, was it? I don't know if it was you, but like you were like, oh, my mom said like once I started something, I had to finish it.
Definitely not me.
That wasn't you?
No.
That wasn't your mom?
No, she just told me to finish school because I was down deep when I wanted to come out of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
completely different.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm saying is
Uh-huh.
if you're in the middle of the season, yeah, might as well finish it. If you're right at the beginning,
I think this was like this fall, 97 days ago.
yeah.
So like this past fall season.
Like, give a chance to another kid that actually wants to do it. If the kid alone doesn't want to do it, then again, the effort's not going to be there, and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then if her wishes aren't granted when it comes to that.
Like, if you keep her in it, bro, and she doesn't like it, like the wife said, she's scared that the daughter will become lazy and want to hang out with friends, and her chores and schoolwork will suffer. But the kid literally said she wants to do more in high school and concentrate on her studies.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why the mom's thinking that she's just gonna
Yeah.
like become lazy and not do anything.
This is weird.
But she's already an honor roll student.
That's what I'm saying. And the kid wants to focus more on school. Like, let her do whatever she wants. And being a gymnast, like, they're always in pain. It's crazy. She doesn't see a future in pursuing that, then why keep going? So she's the asshole at this
This is the
point.
husband writing.
Yeah, I know, but at this point she's the asshole because he just asked, would he be the asshole if he pulled her out,
So
right?
is he the asshole?
No,
Yeah.
she's the asshole at this point.
Yeah.
But like, it's not as bad as any other story. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Top comment, not the asshole. Also, listen to your daughter. Her reasons for wanting to stop the sport is valid. Forget about the money that's gone. And about her behavior, I'm kind of shocked that your wife doesn't believe in your own daughter. Really? An honor roll AP student isn't going to change overnight. It sounds like your wife is one of those dance moms, only for gymnastics.
For reals.
Logically, at the start of the season is the second best time to pull out of the team. The best time would be at the end of the previous one. Also, your wife says daughter made a commitment to the team, ? So she cares more about the team than her own daughter.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh? Okay, literally what she said.
Yeah.
Please listen to your daughter and do not let your wife dismiss her body hurts complaint. Our eldest stuck it out too long. Turned out they have EDS and pushing through the pain has permanently damaged her joints. Gymnastics is brutal at this level. Many stop with lifelong injuries.
Sorry, this is high school?
Yeah, she's 15. Yeah, not the asshole. Your daughter no longer has a passion for gymnastics and wants to prepare for her future through education. Your wife's forcing your daughter to stay in gymnastics is going to hurt their relationship. Is there any reason why your wife believes your daughter will start slacking on chores and schoolwork? Trust your gut. Your wife probably has good intentions, but your daughter's wishes need to come into play. 15 years old is enough to have input on what sports and activities she does. Sorry about what will probably be an extended stay in the doghouse. I'm dead. Yeah, not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Listen to your daughter. Ready for story number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for insisting my children to try out sports? I, 46 male, want my children to be able to live an active and healthy lifestyle. For this reason, I've made a tradition to introduce my children to the world of sports at around the age of 7 and 8. With the eldest, Luke, male 15, it was incredibly easy. He was always fascinated by knights, so he had a natural inclinations towards Hema. He has been doing it for about 4 years now, and he absolutely loves it. With the second, Clara, female 11, it was a bit of a struggle to find something she gravitates towards, but she was excited to try different options. She tried swimming, football, fencing, and eventually settled on basketball last year and has been enjoying it since. Now the issue is the twins, Jake, male 8, and Abby, female 8. Abby absolutely hates the idea of trying out sports, and Jake has this general disinterest, and the issue is exacerbated by my wife. I spent about 6 months trying to educate them on all the different options. Jake only showed some interest to boxing. I was ready to sign him up, but then my wife, female 44, insisted the twins go to the same sport. So we waited until both Jake and Abby could agree on one, and they chose tennis. Well, this week they went to their third lesson, and again, Jake was apathetic. He told me that he's willing to try it for a while, but he didn't really like it. But Abby, she hated it. She said she doesn't want to do it anymore. I told her it's fine, she doesn't like it now, but that she'll have to go for it for a while until she can be sure of her true feelings. And then maybe she'll be able to try something else. It just made her throw a fit. She doesn't want to go anymore, period. The issue comes with my wife. She never saw any benefits towards having the children start sports at such a young age. She says they'll have a lifetime ahead of them to start a sport just like she did. She only started volleyball at 17. Now that there's a bit of opposition, she insists I stop pushing Abby into doing something she doesn't want to, that I don't care about her feelings, and that I'm being an asshole of a father. I try to point out that they're at an age where they don't know what they want, and that it's our job as parents to instill in them a healthy lifestyle. That it's okay if Abby chooses a different sport later on, or if later on when she has more agency in her life she quits entirely. But I insist she at least has to try it. Am I the asshole for insisting my children to try out sports?
To a degree, yeah. You know, you can try to instill sports onto them. If they went from A to Z and they don't like any sport, then you've done your best.
Mm-hmm.
Onto their interests, or whatever they
Music,
are.
theater. They can learn how to play piano
Period.
or guitar
Yeah, there you
or
go.
violin.
There you go. Maybe him and First Story should switch kids. No, that's all I got.
What do you think about the wife saying that the twins have to choose the same sport?
If they go to the same school and that's where they do sports,
It doesn't really matter, right?
doesn't matter, right?
But if it's outside of school,
If it's outside of school, I see where she's coming from.
because it's like two separate sports,
Two
separate times.
Two separate places.
Yeah.
Just a hassle. They're what, 4 total?
4 kids.
Third rodeo.
That's crazy.
Bro, she's like low-key over that part of,
Yeah.
you know,
Because her
raising a
eldest is
child.
15, 11, and then the twins are 8.
Yeah. And she's probably already bringing the first kid somewhere.
Or the second.
The second also somewhere, right? And then 3 and 4, preferably it's easier if they do the same sport.
Comments? Because we all know that making a child do something they clearly don't want to is the best way to get them to do it. Sorry, buddy, you're the asshole. Abby has already tried the sport and clearly doesn't want to continue. Also, your wife, also the asshole for making the twins do the same sport. She needs to allow the twins to choose separately. You're the asshole. Not everyone likes sports. Do you also make your kids go to do any art related to force that mindset? Band, choir, art, theater? Do you force them into speech?
Speech, as in theater.
You're the asshole. Not everyone is into sports. A healthy lifestyle is not limited to sports. You can't force them. You will face resentment in the long run if you continue.
Yeah. I feel like these are very similar in terms of don't force the kid if you don't want.
Yeah. You're the asshole. Let kids be kids. I was forced to play piano as a kid around that age. Hated and resented every second of it. It didn't endear me to my parents. I feel like choosing the same sport for the twins is stupid. And, bro, if she doesn't like sports, then fucking put her into something else.
Yeah. And then like the wife said, she was a late bloomer when it came to sports. She started when she was 17, so it's never too late. I understand what he's trying to say, but he tried. Didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Be
Yeah.
happy, move on.
I feel like you've been doing sports your whole life.
Yeah.
What's the youngest you could think of? You started soccer, no?
Yeah.
At what age?
Probably 3, 4 years old, 5.
Damn.
Oh.
Did you ever do swimming classes? No.
No.
I think I only did swimming. At
Classes?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'd like...
No, my mom just threw me in the water. She's like, float.
I did swimming when I was, I think like maybe 5, 6. And then I did piano.
Did you
7,
like it?
8. Piano? I don't really remember. I mean, I loved playing it. Do I like the classes? I feel like class when you're young, it's like
Always boring. Regardless.
boring. But then when you get older and you learn by yourself, like I had so much fun learning
See,
piano
that's
by
why,
myself.
that's why I like sports, because you're always moving, and then you're always,
Yeah, if you like sports.
yeah, you can say the same thing with piano, right? They like it, they're doing something, but
Mhm.
it's not like physically draining to keep your mind off of it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess piano can do that sort of effect also.
Yeah.
Again, I wouldn't know because cannot play an instrument. Do I wish I learned how to play an instrument?
Do you wish you learned how to play
An
an instrument? Guitar? Piano?
My mom bought me a guitar. Never put me in classes or
So
anything.
she was like, here you go, learn on your own.
Yeah, damn near.
I mean, people do it.
Yeah, no, 100%. If there's an interest.
I played piano until like 7, 8. I don't know how long, but not that long.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stopped. And then I learned on my own. And then I went back to school for it,
Mm-hmm.
a bit older.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stopped and I still play on and off. I learned how to play guitar.
Would you have wished that there was another instrument that you learned how to play?
No. I mean, piano and guitar is very, like, basic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that's...
The
Those
OG
are the...
instruments.
Yeah, those are the instruments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last story.
Last story.
Am I the asshole for asking my boyfriend to quit his sport? I, 23 female, have been with my boyfriend, 28 male, for about 2 years. He has played rugby for the entirety of our relationship and started about a year before we met. Rugby is the third person in our relationship, so I asked him to stop playing. Was I wrong? Every Saturday is rugby day, where he wakes up, watches a game, plays a game with his team, and then watches another game after, usually followed up by highlight reels on YouTube until he goes to bed. He has a 2-hour practice every Thursday and Tuesday. He coaches a high school team and he's an assistant coach at a college team. After every game, practice, scrimmage, etc., he comes home with some sort of injury or is just in general debilitated by pain. Covered in bruises and cuts, he has been to the hospital for a separated shoulder, a split open eyebrow, a split open lip that went all the way through his muscle and fat, and the most recent was he got a bunch of turf beads in his eyelid and was almost blinded, not exaggerating. He will take off work for games and practices. He will cancel dates for games and practices. He will miss important events for games and practices. My family home caught on fire. We had a fundraiser. He tried to skip it for a game. The game got canceled, so that's why he showed up. We were... What's so funny? It's not fucking funny. We were out to my birthday dinner, and he asked me if we could rush it so that he could make his practice after. We can't go out and do anything on rugby day. We can't have sex on rugby day. He can't function on rugby day. And his excuse is, it's tough on rugby days. While his Saturdays is a rugby day, has turned into every day is a rugby day. He gets stressed out financially because where we live is extremely expensive. But he has money for new cleats, new studs for his cleats when they break off, tape for his joints for games, team memorabilia. Wow. It's hard here. Basically, he has money for rugby like an addict has money for his fix. I want to say I'm glad he has something he enjoys. I'm glad he coaches and that his students look up to him and that it makes him feel good about himself. We've both met some incredible people through the rugby community. But the phone calls at 1 a.m. that he's in the hospital due to an injury, getting yelled at because he's broke, having to cater to him whenever he plays because he's sore, consoling when he's bawling his eyes out because he lost a starting position, and having to sleep, eat, and breathe rugby because he does. It was too much. He freaked when I asked him to leave, told me I don't appreciate the things he cares about, said I should be thankful he has rugby or else he would be dead. That he has nothing else. I feel horrible. Am I the asshole? Oh my god, this sounds exhausting.
She's an asshole to him.
How was that an asshole?
To him?
She's an asshole?
To him.
Oh, like
yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. In his eyes.
She's an asshole.
Yeah.
Because she's asking him to quit rugby.
Yeah. My boy needs to find himself a rugby
girlfriend.
Yeah. That plays rugby also. Yo, rugby is a tough sport.
Really?
It's football without the safety equipment.
Why would you ever play that?
Because it's a real man sport.
So it's worse than football?
By far. Yeah, all those injuries and everything. Usually they get injured on the field and they keep playing until the game's over.
Okay, well.
They're mentally crazy.
That's tough.
No, I don't think she's an asshole for asking him. She tried her luck. Honestly, how old is my boy?
She's 23, he's 28.
He got like maybe 4 or 5 more years in him.
Yeah, but like she said, he freaking eats, sleeps, breathes rugby.
For 4 or 5 more years. I'm not trying to defend him. 4 or 5 years is a long time and everything. But what I'm saying is, after that, all he's going to be doing is watching rugby and maybe teaching it, not playing it as much, right?
She has an update here. Are people not seeing where I ask him to stop playing? He can coach, mentor, watch, etc. That is okay. It's the overwhelming amount of injuries, money spent, and then screaming at me that I'm the reason he's broke.
He's the asshole at this point.
Yeah. But yo, at this point, like, what else does he do?
Rugby. He does rugby.
Does he even
He
like
doesn't
her?
do her. He does rugby.
But she's not the asshole for telling him to quit.
No, she's not.
I think she's just annoyed of like all the injuries.
No shit. Nah, but it's more than that though. Like when the house burnt down and my boy really tried to go play rugby.
Yeah, his priorities are just rugby.
Yeah,
Honestly, I'd drop him.
agreed.
I'd find someone else.
Yeah.
Or not. Fuck.
Go find yourself a loving man that wants you for you, not for whatever you're there for actually.
Yeah, because what is she there for? If
Not sex.
all he wants is rugby. Does he even need her? Want her?
No. Only to support his rugby addiction.
Well, she's over it.
Wait, he blamed her for being poor?
Yeah, like what?
That's crazy.
Why the fuck are you blaming me for you being broke?
Why are you so poor and can't afford my rugby addiction? You should be supporting my dreams.
Basically. But she's like, oh, I'm broke, but he can buy new cleats.
Cleats aren't that expensive though.
But he has money for anything rugby related.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It was her birthday and he's like, can we finish early so I can go to like
Rugby?
practice?
Yeah.
Top comment. What's the question behind the question? I think it's really, should I stay in this relationship?
Yeah.
I think the answer is no. For me, this would be a deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
His partner will always come second to rugby. It seems like he has it all backwards. He's in a serious relationship with rugby while you're just a hobby. That's
You're
great.
just a side chick.
Yeah. You're just the sport that he plays on the side.
She wishes she was the sport that he played.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not top comment.
That wasn't top comment?
No.
Mm.
This is top comment. 11K upvotes.
Damn. Can't wait to hear
crazy.
this.
Not the asshole, and this is as a former college football player who then played rugby at a pretty high level for years after college, before retiring from active participation to prioritize my career, relationship, and starting a family. What you describe is not uncommon example of rugby culture. Rugby is a great game and community, and it can be addictive. It gives men a positive masculine outlet and bonding that is rare in our society today. However, you're not the asshole for asking someone who is in years into a relationship to prioritize the relationship over their hobbies. It's part of life and it's his choice to make. Of course, the flip side of that is that he's not the asshole if he chooses rugby over you. Y'all are both adults who need to have an honest conversation with yourselves and each other about your relationship and where it is going. The only way anyone is an asshole here is if y'all lead each other on and are not honest about your needs and life plans moving forward.
Well said.
Just to acknowledge what others have pointed out with regards to the boyfriend's behavior, I agree that he could definitely adjust his perspective. Planning to skip the fundraiser is eyebrow raising to say the very least, as is yelling at OP over his financial problems.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
Yeah, he just doesn't have his priorities straight.
23, 28?
Yeah. We'll have a freaking conversation, and like, if he's not gonna set his priorities straight with you, Joe, move on, man. She's 23. She's so young.
And he's old.
He's 28.
Old.
He's clearly not ready to settle down if that's what she's looking for, or all she's looking for is stability. And he's too busy with rugby right now.
Can't wait to show you rugby.
I was like, can't wait to show you what the fuck.
Can't wait to show you my favorite sport, which is you. Hey there, sport.
Let us know what y'all think about these stories. Comment down below if y'all agree or if you don't, or what's your opinion or whatnot. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let us know what other topics we should talk about, because
We should do an episode just about rugby.
just about rugby. I'm already annoyed of rugby just from that one story, because the way she wrote that, bro,
Yeah.
I'm annoyed for her.
Yeah.
Poor Ate. I hope Ate's okay. I should check for an update. Imagine she's just like, I broke up with him. Period. Oh my god, this was 67 days ago. Do you think there's an update?
No update.
Oh my god.
Nothing
There's another story that she has here.
about him.
Yeah. about him watching porn.
No, trash. Leave him. How about watching porn? Trash. Leave
I
him.
also made it clear that paying for porn is cheating, especially OnlyFans. Last month, I went through my boyfriend's Apple Watch because he has been hiding it from me. It wasn't on his wrist. It was nowhere to be found. I found nudes, a lot of them. I lost my mind on him, and he deleted it. I made him block a lot
You
of people
read so
on
much better when you
iMessage
read
and
fast.
social media. Yeah, I know. He told me he was doing no porn November because he had done research, agreed that porn is unhealthy. He would repeatedly bring up the fact that he wasn't watching porn, and I was proud of him. Our sex life got better because he didn't need porn anymore. Fast forward last weekend, I went through his computer while he was at work because I just had this looming feeling that there was something I didn't know. I had seen people talking about how if you go through his email, you will see everything he subscribes to. I found hundreds of emails from OnlyFans confirming subscriptions. I found thousands of nudes saved on his camera roll and even more on the flash drive in his bedside drawer that he downloaded from an old phone of his. Worst part to me is that the last subscription was made on a night that I was at the hospital, and he said good night, I love you less than 5 minutes before. I'm sick to my stomach. I confronted him and got told he lied to me because I shame him on natural human body needs. I don't know what to do or what to think. He will not go to therapy or stop watching porn.
So my boy does do sex, just with his right hand.
Oh, so they were dating for a year ago. She wrote the story like over 2 months ago, so they're still together. But there's no updates. There's nothing. Comments. I'm not calling myself a victim here. I never was. My post was asking if I was the asshole for asking him to stop playing. Oh my god. I read that last story very quickly if you guys want to see her first story about her boyfriend watching porn.
Mm-hmm.
These men will hold you at night, stroke your hair, kiss you gently, whisper sweet nothings into your ear, wipe your ear, and tell you that you're the love of their lives right after before they jerk off to porn. I'm sick. Please get out for your own sake. I'm gonna link that second that last story that I just read if anyone wants to actually read it because I was reading really fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're still together after a year of her writing that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you next week. I think next week I'm gonna have a special guest. I literally just have one guest and then we're back to you and me, baby.
Which I'm the specialist of all special guests.
You're my co-host.
Special guest, co-host, actor, actress.
Singer, songwriter, actor, actress, activist. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts, opinions, takes on these stories. And we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.